This is a demo of the Copilot that you can purchase bundle with Microsoft 365 Personal and Family. I'm not talking about the business plans. So in Singapore, Microsoft 365 Personal is $155 and includes access to Copilot, and family plan also includes access, but the family plan, the AI facilities are only to the first owner, that is the subscription owner, while the others can get additional storage. So if you look at the Copilot features, you have productivity apps, you have higher usage than the free Copilot. This is the free Copilot, Microsoft.com. And if you purchase 365 Personal, you get Copilot with additional features, and there are some usages that you can do with AI credits that you get with your 365 Personal, and you can do a few things which are available with you can edit Microsoft documents, analyze Excel files, pages. So all these are bundled with 365, which includes Copilot at the pricing I just showed you in Singapore. So this is all the facilities you get. Now the point is, this is the normal Copilot which people are aware of, copilot.microsoft.com. But this is the 365 Copilot that I have in my personal plan. Now I can go into an agent facility here, okay, and what I can do here now is I can create a workspace. Okay, just create a workspace. Let's call it 365 and put a testing area. So I'm just creating a workspace here, and now I go into that workspace. This is my workspace that I created, or I could create multiple workspaces, for example for art, and then I could create another workspace for art, and I can create uh, for job applications, for example, just for fun. I'm not applying for any jobs right now, but I can create multiple workspaces. Now let me go into this one, and I'm going to upload a file, and I'm going to ask it to analyze the file. Okay, so for example, this is my Singapore Power Utilities bill, which I've captured a lot of information, but I'm going to ask it to extract some information. Extract the monthly kilowatt hour usage of electricity for the years 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 from this file. I do not want to see the dollar amounts or the gas or water usage, only the kilowatt hour electricity. Show me the annual the monthly average in each year. Okay, so I've uploaded this Excel file, and I'm asking it to analyze this file. So what it does, it goes through its thinking process. It tells us what it's doing here. This is basically like an agent. Okay, so this is it's going through all the file, parsing the file, reading the data from the Excel file. It's creating Python code here, you can see, and it's parsing the this is all Python code. I could maybe, if I want, I would want to copy it out later. So it's created the file. Now it's executed the Python script, and it's give me a monthly kilowatt hour usage, and it even highlights certain months where it is high. So what is the overall average, highest usage, lowest usage, what is my peak, low, and there's a trend. So essentially this is what you normally do with Copilot in your business apps with your business 365 subscription. But here this is my personal 365 subscription, which also includes Copilot, which can analyze files, you can create files for me. Let me go on further, and so let me just say it has given me all these figures here, right? So these are my monthly kilowatt hour usage. Present these figures as column chart, as a column chart with keywords on the y-axis, month on the x-axis, and the each of these years as a separate column with a different color. Okay, so I've got these monthly usages of electricity from my Excel file, and I want a chart out of it. So now it's going to create a colored columns. It's taking all that data. This is the Python code it's writing. Of course, maybe as with any AI tool, AI generated data can be misleading, AI generated responses can be wrong, so you still need to validate the results on your own. But in this case, I am not at much risk with these results, but let me just see what it shows me here. Wow, it's creating a virtual environment where it's installed matplotlib also, and now it's using matplotlib to create my interactive chart here. Okay, let's see if it goes through successfully. So this is going to create an HTML file with my interactive chart. Still working in the background. If you remember, you can scroll back and see what it has done in the past. It was telling me what it had done earlier and so on. Okay, now I've got this chart as well in response to my second prompt. Okay, and this is beautiful. You can see overall usage, highest usage, lowest usage, 48 months because I asked for 4 years data, and I can see and I get an interactive file and a PNG as well. So I get a PNG file and I get an HTML file. That's really cool. And I get the code for that HTML file. Then I could download it as well and save the interactive file here. So this is very cool. Now let me do something else with my 365 Copilot, personal 365 Copilot. Let me go back here. Okay, so this was, for example, I created multiple workspaces and I did a thread here. If I were to go back here, and I could still look at all my 365 apps which I have access to, and standard apps. I haven't tried this yet, but I can also do notebooks. So this is something I'm going to try later on. And I can build a library of all the pages that I've created. But let me go back to my Office agent, and I'll just close this output here. Go back to here, and instead of uploading a file for analysis, I'm going to give it a new task. Create a document that lists the advantages of Copilot in Microsoft 365 Personal. Include colors and charts where possible. Limit the document to 10 pages. Okay, so this is my instruction to my Office agent here in my personal. This is my personal Copilot. It's not an Office Copilot. Essentially, I'm using this feature, writing document. I've already done analyze data. So now it's going to go into thinking mode and says, okay, I'm going to create a Word document with colors, charts, visual elements. So it's going to start loading some information that it gets. So its first is a skill, okay, a skill that creates documents, and then it identifies all the tasks it need to do, creates a to-do markdown file, which if you've done programming, you know. Okay, now it's asking me which format do I want. Okay, so for example, this is the task that I want it done. It is for which sort of users? Let me just say I want it for individual users. Okay, what do I want to focus on? I want to focus on cost benefits and user experience and maybe AI powered tools. Okay, integration would have been very good, but let me just focus on these 3 areas. What is the writing tool? Maybe I want it to be in conversational. And what is the template I want? So I can use a specific template. Let me just apply let's say like a project document. I'd use this template, apply this theme. I could also allow Office agent to decide on its own for everything, but these are all the choices I made here. Okay, this is the purpose of the document which I specified earlier. Okay, it loaded a skill to create a Word document, created a to-do file, essentially a markdown file which is going to execute, and then my target audience is what I specified. My focus areas, my writing tone, and a theme. Okay, so let me just submit this. And essentially what it says is this requirement is actually consists of 6 tasks. So right now it's as task 0 of 6. It's rewriting the to do file here. I'm not sure. Okay, so now okay, it started at this time. It showed a timestamp. It's searching through a lot of documents to get the advantages of Copilot. So you can see the web searches it's doing here. It ran multiple web queries. Okay, looks like it's done 1 of 6 identified tasks. Now it's creating a web, crawling all the web pages. Now it's creating a document, and now you can see how it's executing in the background. It's creating a JavaScript for that document. So it tells you what it's doing all along. And remember, this is my personal or family 365 plan, which includes Copilot. And there are limits. If I can, I'll show you the limits also. But okay, it's creating the document. It's done task 2 of 6. So these are all the documents. These are all the elements of the document creation. What is the text it is putting into the document. Okay, let me just fix while this is running. I can select this notify to button to notify me when it's completed. But let me just go back here and see what are my usage limits here. Okay, so this is my personal account, and these are my normal conversations. Okay, this is not this the normal conversations part of Copilot, but what I see here is the office agent that I am using in my 365 subscription. And if I look here, I can see how many tasks I have accessible. I've currently used 5 of 15 tasks and 4 of 50 daily conversations, and that is what they were mentioning. There are certain limits which are applied to the productivity apps that you use. So you can see here, or you can see it says here higher the usage than free. So sir, that's what it talks. There are usage limits, and I could go more details, but essentially I can see my usage limits here with my Copilot that is bundled with my 365 data, 365 subscription. And of course there's a lot of options to delete data, give feedback, and so on. So I've been testing this a few times this month. So you can see I've done 5 of 15 tasks and 4 of 50 daily conversations. This is different. This office agent is part of m365.cloud.microsoft, which is part of my 365 personal or family subscription. Remember this personal or family subscription, and this is the normal Copilot which people are aware of. Okay, which I have been using a lot, but now I want to use the uh, as part of my Copilot subscription. I want to use this office agent. It's still a frontier feature, but it's quite good, quite powerful. I have created a document earlier. I have done this was a document I created earlier. For example, let me just show you. This was a document I created earlier, and this is the document it's creating now, which is still running. So it's still creating the document. This is taking a bit of time, but you can see it shows you all the steps it does to create the document, all the options I used to create the document. If I go back to this previous analysis, I can see what I asked for. Let me just go back there. Okay, I can see what I had asked for and results I had obtained. I had asked for monthly kilowatt hour usage, then I asked for a chart. In the next prompt, I asked for a chart. It gave me all that chart, and along the way it created Python, created a virtual machine where I used matplotlib and so on. Let's see if this is completed. Nope, it's still in progress. It's still a task 2 of 6. So yeah, this is quite a lot of CPU and time, but it's going to give me a very good document like this document that I had generated earlier a few days ago. Let me just show you the other document. Okay, taking time to come back to that document. So you can see for the text it's inputting into the document is part of this JavaScript essentially. And of course how fast it responds depends on CPU resources available and what limits you are hitting, and so on. So this document is creating currently is a response to my request for advantage of Copilot in 65 personal with colors and charts. My previous document did not ask for colors and charts, so the previous Copilot chat advantages document did not take so long, but you can see the document I had created earlier, which was in response to a certain prompt here, advantages, and it asked me for what are the focus areas at that time, what is the writing tone and the theme, and this is the document I generated. I actually downloaded it as well last time, so I could download it again. This is the previous document, so you can see that. Let me just show you the document I had created earlier and open that one. So this is a document it created when I had prompted it the last time. Come back here. Let's see if this is still running. Yep, it's still okay. Now it's almost completed. It's come to step 6 of 6 and it's completed, and this is the new document. Copilot in Microsoft 365 personal. I've got colors, I've got tables. I don't know if I'm going to get any charts here, but colors and tables definitely, and I have some graphics as well. So these are the facilities that if you purchase Microsoft 365 personal or family, you get as part of this office agent that you can access from m365.cloud.microsoft. Not the normal chats. These are normal chats, or these are chats in the standard Copilot, but these features are really powerful, which you can use with your own Excel and Word and other files, and that is accessed from this feature, Office Agent Frontier. And like I just showed you earlier, you can create multiple workspaces and do work in different workspaces as well. So that is about all. This is a document that I created. So if you have 365 personal or family and your Singapore subscription includes Copilot, please use it. It's quite powerful.